So this segment of the video is to show you guys why quilted maple is so popular. Unlike a lot of figured woods, with quilted maple, there's so many variations of figure pattern. Other than being aesthetically beautiful, there's so many options, you know, from a standard style figure, which we'll get into here in a second, to a combination. So when you book match that, or sometimes when you have a one piece, it's just unbelievable. So let me flip some of these over. Now, keep in mind, folks, this is an educational video, okay? These are not for sale. I keep these to educate people, to show people. That was my goal all along, okay? So when we take the bark off these trees, this is what we're looking for, the bubbles, the disruption in the wood's grain. And that tells us that there's figure. Now, how deep the figure goes, it's to be determined, guys. Remember, we sell perfect squares or rectangles, so sometimes if the figure only goes in 2-3 inches, and it's very common, by the time you get a flat face, really all you have is the cap, and then you've got a block that's got no figure. And I can't tell you how many times we've run into that. So, but anyways, so let's take a look at some of the figure patterns. It really is just amazing. Okay, so this is what we would consider like a semi-tube bubble style pattern. Same thing, more along the bubble style figure, but larger bubbles. So very similar, all very, very high grade, as you can see here. It's nice. You get bubbles and you get a small bubble, and here is probably what I would consider the most traditional bubble style figure. It's in between. Okay. Here's angel step. This is where a tree is twisted. And a lot of times what will happen is, it's not always, but a lot of times that twist is at the bottom of the trunk of the tree. So if we can't cut deep enough, because of the notch, the hinge, you end up with a few rows and you're missing that 4th or 5th row. But sometimes you end up with a really nice, rare piece, okay? And this isn't the most spectacular angels. It's a 5A master grade piece of wood. It's got a handful of rows, but it's not all rows. Okay, but when you book match, that's beautiful. And you can see that slight twist in the tree. See how it rose right there? Okay, we're gonna move on to what's called blister pommelé. It's a French word. It basically means tighter, small bubble figure. And this is getting closer to what a lot of the turning blank, well, people like this in the guitar world. It really is preference too, guys. That's the unique part about quilted maple, for an example, is we have customers that come and say, angel step is my favorite. And then we have others that come in and say, I hate angel step, I love tube quilt. Okay, well, good news, we have both. So, well, sometimes. So you're getting into that smaller, tighter bubble figure there, and it's indicative of what you see here on the outside. Here's a cool one, because you have the regular bubble style, but then it kind of goes to a blistery bubble figure there, like a pommelé. Oh, I remember this block. This was a nice one. Another blister-ish style quilt. This is kind of cool. This is like a bubble and a blister. When you book match that, it's got a pretty cool effect. This is like a curl and a quilt in one. See the curl lines and blister bubbles? It's pretty radical. You can see them in between the quilt bubbles. It's got some twisting in that. So you'll have it, it'll be angular. See, it's fibrous. The wood is very fibrous, if you guys haven't noticed. We can't forget the tube quilt. This is actually not plain, this is only bandsaw cut. Okay, there you have it.